Hey everyone, just a quick message to say thank you. To all the new subscribers and amazing channel members, your support means everything. Thank you for following this channel. It's my dream coming true. Please keep supporting me and sharing your ideas so I can keep making the videos better and better. More epic stories are on the way, so stay powerful and as always, stay legendary. Now let's go to the video. The story would take place in a different way, starting with the planet Vegeta. Beerus would not wake up from his nap on time, so he would not give the order to Frieza to exterminate the planet Vegeta. In this way, the Emperor of Evil would continue to use them to conquer planets. With the birth of Goku, things would get complicated in the kingdom of the Saiyans. King Vegeta was extremely proud of his little son, although he did not have a fighting power as expected. I do not understand. He comes from high-class warrior parents. How is it that he has low-class blood? I would ask King Vegeta. If it were not for his hair, he would have thought that my wife deceived me. It seems that it is a matter of genetics. Perhaps someone from his genealogical tree is of low class, and the genes fell asleep, skipping a few generations, one of the scientists would say. I cannot believe it, King Vegeta would say, disillusioned. He is still my son, and he will be the prince. We have something interesting, the scientist would say when showing Goku. He is Kakarot, and despite being the son of low-class warriors, he was born as one of high class. How is that possible, King Vegeta would say, disconcerted. It is the same as with his son, a problem of genes, the scientist would say. Heavens, I do not know what to do, King Vegeta would say. Do not take it the wrong way, great sir, but we cannot afford to miss the opportunity to have a powerful warrior, one of the scientists would say. While you are standing, your son will be the prince and no one can change that. I guess you're right, King Vegeta would say. I just hope that one day we have enough capacity to defeat Frieza. That way Goku would grow up on the planet Vegeta under the name of Kakarot. He would not go to Earth and would become a good warrior, thus surpassing many Saiyans. Goku would be an admired Saiyan for his great combat skills in addition to his resistance in battle, managing to conquer planets alone much faster than his companions together. On the other hand, Vegeta would grow in the shadows, being a simple Saiyan prince, overshadowed by Goku's prestige. That would make him feel a great resentment. Goku, just being a teenager, would begin to have arrogant attitudes that worried King Vegeta, especially because he did not obey his orders. King Vegeta was worried about his throne since Goku was stronger than him, but above all, he was worried that if he fell, his son would do the same. In that way, King Vegeta, without telling his son anything, would take him to a distant place with the excuse of showing him something. Finally, they would reach an intense forest where they would find an individual ship. What do you want to show me? Vegeta would say. You have to leave Earth, King Vegeta would say. What are you talking about? I am Prince Vegeta, Prince of the Saiyans. I can't leave because you say so, Vegeta would say. You don't understand. It's for your own good, King Vegeta would say. Kakarot could steal the crown from me at any moment, and if that happens, he will kill me for being of low class, Vegeta would say between teeth. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, King Vegeta would say. Vegeta, enhanced by anger and impotence, would begin to increase his ki wildly. He felt great anger. I will not allow Kakarot to do that. I will eliminate him with my own hands, Vegeta would say. Vegeta would fly at great speed, but Vegeta, King Vegeta, would reach him immediately. A blow to his neck would leave him unconscious. Vegeta would fall to the ground, fainting. I'm sorry, son. It's for your own good, King Vegeta would say, even if Vegeta didn't hear him. Go to Earth and use your hatred to get stronger. King Vegeta would introduce his son into the capsule. He would send him to Earth where he would be safe. Hours later, Vegeta would wake up in the middle of the trip. He would realize that he was in the middle of space. Damn, I can't believe it, Vegeta would say. All because of that stupid Kakarot. Vegeta had no way of returning. Once his ship arrived on Earth, it would stop working. That bastard of my father programmed it to only work during a trip, Vegeta would say. Damn, the cables are burned. A few days would pass, Goku would get tired of being the strongest and continue to increase his powers without being able to take measures on his planet. That's why he would go in search of King Vegeta to dethrone him. He would enter the castle without authorization, attacking each and every one of the soldiers. He would go through all of them and reach King Vegeta and his most faithful men. "What are you doing?" King Vegeta would ask. "I am the strongest Saiyan of all, so I proclaim myself as the new king." Goku would say, "You can be my subject if you wish, or give up your life." "You are an ingrate. What makes you think you can go against all of us?" King Vegeta would ask. "What makes you think that all your men will fight by your side?" Goku would say, smiling and crossing his arms. King Vegeta would see his men. None of them seemed excited to fight. "I understand. I am aware of Kakarot's power, but I prefer to die before giving up my throne." King Vegeta would throw everything at Goku. He would attack him with a series of consecutive blows, but Goku would dodge each of the attacks without almost effort. Then Goku would hit King Vegeta's stomach hard, leaving him motionless. "Damn," King Vegeta would say. "No one is going to help him?" Goku would seriously ask everyone present. Each of the Saiyans would bow their heads. "As I thought," Goku would say. Goku would detonate a ki attack on King Vegeta's stomach, piercing him with the attack. King Vegeta would fall to the ground, becoming Goku, the new king. "Very well. As for you," Goku would say, "we will be faithful to you. We recognize you as the new king," one of the Saiyans would say. "You will be faithful to me as you were with King Vegeta, who let him die," Goku would ask. Everyone would be terrified by Goku's menacing look. They knew that their end would come. Goku, without compassion, would attack each of the Saiyans, taking everyone's lives without compassion. In that way, Goku would be the new king, changing the laws and taking care of the Saiyans. Then he would call Bardock and Jenny to live in the castle with him. "Son, I can't believe it. Father, you have become a king," Jenny would say. "That's right. Now I will give the orders," Goku would say. "That fool of King Vegeta is useless." "Wait, Kakarot, where is Prince Vegeta?" Bardock would say seriously. "Does that matter?" Goku would ask. "That good-for-nothing is a low-class warrior. He doesn't mean anything to me." "Hey, remember that we are your parents and we are also from a low class," Jenny would say, upset. "I'm sorry, Mother. I didn't mean to offend you. What I meant is that Vegeta is not relevant to me. I recommend you be careful. Vegeta may not be strong, but if he is still alive, many Saiyans could join him," Bardock would say. "Don't be a coward," Goku would say. "Vegeta could never gather the necessary people, nor did the Saiyans want him. Anyway, you are very strong. You can surely take care of him," Jenny would say. "Of course," Goku would say. "Now comes the hard part," Bardock would say. "What are you talking about?" Goku would ask. "Frieza. Have you thought about what will go through his head when he finds out that you're the king?" Bardock would ask. "Frieza only cares about conquering planets. As long as we continue like this, everything will be fine." "Okay, if you say so," Jenny would say. A few days would pass while Vegeta was looking for a place to stop. He needed to find someone to help him fix his ship. "It can't be. This planet is very primitive," Vegeta would say in bad mood. "I do not understand why Terracles have so many hair colors and don't have tails. They are very strange." At one point, he would stop in the middle of a street without knowing anything about traffic rules. A car would crash into him, but Vegeta had stopped it with his hand. "Heavens, how reckless," Vegeta would say. "Hey, are you stupid? Nobody taught you to cross the street," Bulma would say when she saw him. "Cross the street," Vegeta would say. "Have more respect with whom you speak. I am the great Vegeta, Prince of the Saiyans. I don't care if you're the Prince of the Saiyans or the Queen of the Carnival. Look what you did with my car," Bulma would say. "Heavens, you are very strong. Will you participate in the martial arts tournament?" "Martial arts tournament?" Vegeta would say. "I'm looking for someone to fix my ship to go to my planet." Bulma would stare at Vegeta for a moment. "Your planet," Bulma would say. Then Bulma would start laughing. "Come on, you can't be serious," Bulma would say. "And that ship is here with us." Vegeta would take Bulma by the waist and take her flying. "Hey, what are you doing?" Bulma would say. "I'm going to show you so you stop screaming," Vegeta would say. "What are you talking about?" Bulma would say, horrified. "My ship," Vegeta would say. "What do you mean by your ship?" Bulma would say. "My ship is not very difficult," Vegeta would say. "Wait, what are you talking about? Are you really an alien? Oh, what a silly woman,"
Vegeta would say, furious. "I would finally get to Bulma where the ship was. I can't believe it. You were serious." Bulma would say, I see that your species is not familiar with the contacts with other planetary civilizations. Vegeta would say, that shows it's a little development, so I doubt you can help me. Bulma would start reviewing her ship. Heavens, it seems to have radiation isolation to be in space, in addition to a gravity compensator. Bulma would say, what the hell? Vegeta would say, hey, are you the one from the planet that travels to other places? Don't you know anything about your own technology? Bulma would say, we are not the ones who built it, but the Frieza army, who give us their technology. Vegeta would say, wow, so you're not as evolved as you presume. Bulma would say, suddenly, Bulma would scream in fear when she noticed that Vegeta had a tail. What is that? Bulma would say, my tail. Vegeta would say, your tail? Bulma would say, yes, it's my tail. Unlike you, we have a tail. Vegeta would say, just don't go, Vegeta said, until Bulma held him by the tail. By doing so, Vegeta would fall to the ground without being able to move. Idiot, let me go, Vegeta would say. Bulma would let go of Vegeta's tail and he would be able to stand up. Hey, do you weaken if they hold you by the tail? Bulma would say. Shut up, that's something only the Saiyans know, Vegeta would say. Can you help me with this or not? I'll see what I can do, but first I'll need you to work for me, Bulma would say. You still have to pay for my car. Meanwhile, on the planet of Frieza, the evil emperor would be notified of the fall of King Vegeta and the rise of Goku. I can't believe it, we have a rebel, Frieza would say. That's right, Kakarot is the new king, Berry Blue would say. I think we'll have to pay him a visit, Frieza would say. I want to know what intentions you have with the Saiyans. As you wish, we will prepare the ship, Berry Blue would say. I wonder if it will help me to continue with the Saiyans, or should I destroy it? Frieza would wonder. What will happen now that Vegeta continues with his life on planet Earth? Will Frieza destroy the Saiyans? And even more important, will Vegeta return to planet Vegeta? We'll see all this in the next part of this incredible theory. And well, friends, so far part 1 of this theory of Goku the High Class Saiyan. I hope you loved it. If this video reaches 100 likes, I will upload the next part as soon as I can. Remember to subscribe, comment, and leave your powerful like, since that would motivate me to continue uploading this theory. Without more to say, see you in the next part. Bye.